Alrighty, folks, it's a sad day in the music mailroom, so we're gonna have to turn our sights to some music to cheer us up. Our Texas Aggies fell one run short yesterday in the College World Series, but I have no doubt that Schlossnagle will have them back again next year. First up, Supershine. I heard about these guys on Rock Fantasy, I believe. I did not know this even existed. It's a super group kind of. It's got Doug Pennick from King's X on bass and vocals, and then Bruce Franklin from Trouble on guitar. Also on here, Jeff Olson from Trouble and the Skull plays some of the drums. Jerry Gaskin from King's X plays some drums, and then you have Wally Farkas from Galactic Cowboys playing on Hammond organ. Yeah, so I mean, anything Bruce Franklin's involved in, I'm gonna pick up. And I had just heard about Doug Pennick did this album with Ted Kirkpatrick, who played briefly in Trouble, and they did an album called The Doom in Us All, a tribute to Black Sabbath. And Bruce Franklin actually played on that album too, on one track. It was like a bunch of guys singing, playing guitar, playing bass, different stuff like that. Kirkpatrick was the main guy driving the force on that one. So I knew that Doug could pull off some Doom stuff, so I wanted to check this out. Next up we have Argus from Fields of Fire. These guys are epic Doom band. Out of Pennsylvania, I believe. They're split up now, as is Supershine. This was their last release. Came out in 2017. And then we have some new wave of British heavy metal. I love collecting new wave of British heavy metal. There are so many bands to collect, and I had heard of Nightwing, but I knew nothing about them. And I believe it was Pete Pardo that recommended this album. I can't remember the reason why, but he mentioned this album on his channel, and I was like, oh, well, there's a good excuse to go buy some more new wave of British heavy metal. Next up, we got a little Southern rock. Taking a trip from England, jolly old England, to the southern U.S. Georgia, to be more exact. Stillwater, Warner Robins, Georgia. This is their second release. I reserve the right. I have had their debut album forever. They had a song called Mindbender on that album that used to get a lot of play on the local radio station when I lived in Warner Robins, Georgia, which is where these guys are from, along with Doc Holliday. And they were on the Capricorn label. This was re-released by Rock Candy Records. And when was this released? 2018. So this originally came out on Capricorn in 1978. Capricorn folded in 1979, and one or two of these guys, I can't remember, and I can't tell you who it is either. There's the band shot, because I can't remember. I do remember they had long hair, but one or two of these guys substitute taught at my junior high school. Not for very long. I think I had them one class. And I only remember them coming in to substitute teach for maybe like a week. I was in Georgia from 79 to 83, so it would have been some time in there. Early 80s, it wasn't the 70s. So anyway, I'm going to check that one out. don't believe I've ever heard anything off it. Like I said, that Mind Bender used to get radio play a lot, and I've had the debut forever. So it'll be interesting to see. I haven't listened to it yet. It'll be interesting to see if I recognize any songs off of there. I can't imagine that one or two of them did get played on a radio station in Warner Robins. So we got some more Southern rock here. The Outlaws. Bring It Back Alive. I didn't write when this came down because I forgot to. I think it was 78. It's just one of those I just never got around to getting. Even though it's always, you always hear this one talked about as being a great live album. I haven't even listened to it either yet. But it's Outlaws, so I have no doubt that it's going to be great. Especially the 20-minute version of Green Grass and High Tides. And then this last one, The Who, Then and Now, a compilation from 2004. I bought this because there were 2 new tracks on this that I didn't know existed. One's called Real Good Looking Boy, which is supposedly about Elvis Presley, and the other one's called Old Red Wine, which is supposedly about John Entwistle. So I'm kind of a Who completist. They're always good about putting something on their compilation albums that isn't available anywhere else. Skinner'd love to do that too. And being a kind of a Who completist, it's like, oh man, now I gotta go get that. But it's a nice little package. I believe there's like 18 songs on here, but it was less than $7, brand new. So couldn't pass that up. Alrighty, folks. You guys have a good one. Kegum.